the extension or declaration of martial law. To my mind, Mr. President, Mr. Speaker, there is no actual and factual basis for the extension of 1 year of the martial law in the entire of Mindanao. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, next to interpellate is the Honorable Mauyag Papandayan of the 2nd District of Lanao del Sur.
The Honorable Papandayan is recognized to interpellate. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senate President, Majority Leader, Auzubillahi minas syaitanir rajim, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ako po'y taos-puso nagpapasalamat sa ating mahal na Presidente at napatay na natin ang pinakamasamang tao dito sa Pilipinas. Na-neutralize din natin ang pinakamasamang pamilya dito sa buong Pilipinas, ang Mauti. Kaya po ako'y nagpapasalamat sa ating mga sundalo at sa ating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Kami po sa Lanao del Sur, ako umuwi last week. Aking kinausap ang aking mga barangay chairman sa aming distrito. Pinahanap ko kung mayroon pang natitirang remnants o mga kasamahan ng Mauti at saka ni Hapilon. Ang mga barangay chairman po ay nag-report sa akin na mayroon pa. At sila po ay nagre-recruit ngayon na nag-aalok din sila ng pera sa mga nare-recruit nila. Para po hindi magpatuloy na sila ay makonsolidate at lumaki uli. Kinausap ko ang mga professional leader sa amin, karamihan sa kanila. Ang sabi nila sa akin, ipagpatuloy ang extension ng martial law. Yan lang ho ang magiging solusyon para tumahimik ang lugar namin dito sa Lanao del Sur. Pwede ho bang makahingi ng sa mga military natin na ipagpapatuloy nila ang paghahanap sa mga natitirang Mauti at hindi nila po ito iiwanan. Sa ating pong kay Secretary Lorenzana, sana po humingi ako ng pangako na hindi na ito iwanan. Pwede po ba?
Mr. President, you have our word that we are not going to get out of Lanao del Sur and continue to look for the remnants of the Mauti.
Kasi po, natapos na ang Marawi. Almost half of the military na nakipag-away sa Marawi ay na-pull out na. So lumiit na ngayon ang sundalo sa Marawi City at sa Lanao del Sur. Baka po sila ay makakilos at makagalaw, kaya po humihingi ako ng word of assurance from the Secretary. Ako po yung mga pila sa ating mga Secretary na nandito, lalo na sa DOH, sa Secretary ng DPWH, ng DSWD, na ipagpatuloy natin ang pagtulong sa mga evacuees. Sapagkat ang mga tao na nasa evacuation center ay hindi pa nakakauwi at hindi pa na nakamove on, hindi pa nakakapagtrabaho, wala pa silang kakayahan maghanap buhay, kaya dapat po sila nating tulungan. Mangangako po ba kayong lahat? Si Secretary Medialdia, pwede po ba kayo mga maghingi sa iyo ng word of assurance?
Opo. Ginagawa na po natin yan sa rehabilitation po.
Kasi yung mga taga-Marawi ngayon na nasa evacuation center ay wala pang hanap buhay. Kailangan natin silang bigyan ng pagkain, bigyan ng mga pangangailangan nila sa kanilang mga evacuation center. Ngayon po, nagtataka po ang mga taga-Lanao. Bakit saan kumukuha ng suporta ang mga ISIS? Baka po pwede patrabahuin natin ang ating mga intelligence at makuha na natin kung sino ang nagpipinan sa mga taong ito. Pwede po ba kayo mangako?
Yan po, ginagawa na po natin ngayon yan.
Nakakapagtaka po kasi sila ang mas maraming pera na bibigay nila sa kanilang mga recruit. Sana po mahuli na natin kung sino man ang nagpipinan sa mga taong ito.
Ngayon po, nag-exert po tayo ng best effort to na na mahuli po yung mga taong yan, Congressman.
So inuulit ko po, ako at 10 ng mga kasamaan ko ng mga profesional ng Lanao del Sur, kami po ay sumusuporta sa extension ng Marcelo. Magandang umaga po sa lahat.
Maraming salamat po.
Majority Leader.
Senate Majority Leader.
Mr. President, there is one more senator who wishes to pose some very few questions. Senator Chis Escudero.
Senator Escudero is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I only have one question to our officials here present, Mr. President, Your Honor. What is the intention or plan of the administration with respect to the upcoming barangay elections in Mindanao, as well as the upcoming local elections in Mindanao? In relation to the declaration of martial law, Mr. President, Your Honor.
As far as we know, these elections will go on as scheduled, Mr. Senator.
I raised this issue, Mr. President, Your Honor. Again, I will only raise one issue insofar as the declaration of martial law is concerned. My concern, Mr. President, is this. Under the Omnibus Election Code, the COMELEC is empowered to postpone the elections, particularly Section 5 of the Omnibus Election Code, which says, when for any serious cause such as violence, terrorism, loss, or destruction, the COMELEC, upon petition or motu proprio, may suspend the election without any distinction, whether barangay or local elections. Now, with the assent or looming assent of Congress to the declaration of martial law, citing as basis lawless violence, rebellion in Mindanao, would this now be used as a basis as well, if at all, for COMELEC to postpone local and barangay elections in Mindanao? It's a valid concern, Mr. President, Your Honor, because we have barangay elections in this coming May, and the filing of certificates of candidacy will be in October. Under the Omnibus Election Code still, the elections can be reset within 30 days after the cessation of the terrorism or threat or rebellion or lawless violence, which can happen at the very least after 2018 if we're giving an extension of 1 year. So may I ask where the administration is in this regard, Mr. President, Your Honor?
Mr. President, it is quite difficult to answer that because that is within the purview of the Commission on Election, which is an independent body, sir.
Agreed and understood. It's an independent constitutional body. But in the recent barangay elections that were supposed to be held last October, Mr. President, Your Honor, COMELEC already discussed this. COMELEC raised this possibility. Only that they were overtaken by events when Congress passed a law postponing the barangay elections. But COMELEC was in the process of receiving petitions already and comments for the postponement of the barangay elections in Mindanao because of martial law. Now, according to COMELEC, they will be in consultation with security officials, namely DILG, DND, PNP, and AFP, with respect to what steps they will be undertaking. So may I ask, earlier the answer given by our NSC was that it will push through and that the current situation in Mindanao will not or does not in any way affect the holding of elections. Would that be the response as well? Should there be petitions to postpone elections in Mindanao? Ganun ho ba kalala na posibleng i-recommenda ninyo sa COMELEC pag tinanong kayo na hindi nararapat o nababagay ituloy ang eleksyon ng barangay sa darating na Mayo? Or hindi naman po ganun kalala na pwedeng ituloy maliban na lang kung talagang may gulo tulad ng sa Marawi, yung talagang bakbakan, hindi itutuloy naman talaga dapat sa lugar na yon. Kung talagang nandun yung bakbakan. Pero hindi naman din siguro dapat sa buong Kamindanawan.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
we see no reason why the barangay election will not push through.
You don't see any reason why it will not push through.
Yes, sir.
Unless po siguro dun sa isang particular na barangay, 5, 3,
Yes, sir.
nandun yung bakbakan.
Case-to-case basis na po yun kung anong mangyayari man. Kung mayroong mga violent incidents dyan na it will prevent the electorate to go to the polls, then that will be an exception.
And the same is true for the coming local elections. It will be on a case-to-case basis, sir. Kung saan may
Yes.
upakan, may bakbakan, na talagang walang humpay, yun lamang kung sakasakalang re-recommendan yung hindi matuloy ang halalan.
Opo, kami, we will give the advice, we will advise the COMELEC accordingly, if that happens.
One last question, Mr. President, Mr. Speaker. So, the declaration of martial law that Congress will approve and its extension for 1 year will not and is not going to be used as a basis to, in a wholesale manner, postpone barangay or the coming local elections in 2018 and in 2019 respectively.
Hindi po, hindi namin gagamitin yan.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Speaker.
sir. Thank
That will be
you.
all.
Thank you. It's your turn.
On behalf of the House, Majority Leader,
Mr. Speaker, I move that we recognize for his interpellation the gentleman from Party List Bayan Muna, the Honorable Carlos Sarate.